Down here, salt is a way of life.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in, and you can constantly taste the salt.
Fix your game before you invoke DC penalties. The main reason for DCs is because the game is broken. I literally just because struggling on the killer's shoulder gave me absolutely no struggle progress, and I got penalized 14 minutes while I was in the middle of a stream. I'm not streaming this game until you fix your issues. Devs know the game is broken, yet they still invoke penalties. Dumbest thing I've seen in my life.
So you actually rage quit cause you couldn't wiggle free? Now that's a yikes.
DC more smile. I don't think the devs mind you not streaming the game. More viewers on the ones streaming the game then.
You guys keep getting off topic. This thread has nothing to do with rage quitters. I admit I rage sometimes. That's not the point. The point is this shouldn't be implemented until they fix the issues in game that would cause a player to DC, like getting stuck on a hook, or a killer's shoulder unable to wiggle free, not for lack of trying. The actual game-breaking bugs. Fix those, then implement the system. Because right now, plenty of people are quitting because of the latency issues, like getting hit on the other side of pallets and windows after they've made it past the threshold of being able to be hit. If I can't get off the hook due to a bug, or wiggle off a shoulder because the progress bar simply won't fill at all, why should I stay in the game? Yes, there will always be rage quitters. But as I said, this isn't that thread.
It isn't off topic though. The whole point of the DC penalties is to punish people who rage quit. The excuses you have listed don't cut it. The reality is the vast majority of DCs are survivors rage quitting, and the new system punishes that. I don't understand how so many people supposedly have all these issues that now exist since the DC penalty was implemented. I don't buy it, as pretty much every DC I have ever seen has been when a survivor gets down, and I don't believe it is just a coincidence. Not saying the game doesn't have bugs or desync etc, but if you know those bugs are going to make you want to rage quit, don't play DBD until they are fixed, if they ever will be, as you rage quitting ruins the match for your team.
I don't care what you've seen, or what the reality is, I know all this. This thread isn't about rage quitters at all. This I know because I started the thread. I have a very specific issue, in which I stated, if you can't understand that, then you have no right to even reply. It's very basic: fix the game, then implement the penalties. Also dude, I'm a streamer. You want to see them, go to my Twitch, you'll see for yourself on my last video right at the end of the stream the exact issue I stated. So don't believe all you want, buddy. Video proof is there.
Not watching your vids, I am sure this happened in this instance, but in over 1000 hours of DBD I have never had this happen. All I see is rage quitting survivors over and over and over. I have every right to reply, and I will reply whenever I want. You may not think that rage quitters are anything to do with your topic, but you are completely incorrect. Rage quitters are the reason this penalty has been introduced. That is the entire point. If you are having so many issues, fix your damn PC and stop excusing entitled survivors rage quitting, as the excuses don't cut it with me. If you had an issue that disconnected you, it is only a short penalty anyway, a small price to pay to ensure frequent entitled rage quitters suffer.
What don't you understand? Are you intentionally stupid or something? I have in no way disagreed about the penalties. Simply the timing in which it was implemented. And dude, as the creator of this thread, no matter what you say, this thread isn't about rage quitters at all, so get off your high horse and learn to read and understand. There are no issues with my PC. This is a game-breaking bug. Along with other game-breaking bugs. Sure, punish the people who DC. But not until the game is fixed to allow us all to have good game. Do you understand that at all?
Yeah, I can see 5 minutes being about the margin of error and maybe 10 if it is like 50 DCS. But anything that stacks and is over that becomes total idiocracy. Yes, drink Rondo. It's what plants crave. This game has stability issues, it has mechanics issues. Rather than someone having to wait to perish from sluggy, players pull the plug on their match. Nobody wants to wait around because they failed to bring Bill's perk.
I will suicide as soon as something happens I don't like. Smile on purpose. OFC, I dislike the new punishment.
Disable DC penalty 14 minutes. No, I can't hold IT anymore. Broken game.
Stop DCing.
I can't. I play the killer and I have to stay mid. Our house survivor mocking of me and taunt me is all fault of pallets and window. I get very tilted and suffer too much. This is unfair. Yes, but next time I disconnect the penalty get more time and worse. It's a penalty is for avoid to ruin experience of another's players. What about my own experience? I have to look his faces over and over again. One guy camping the killer shack like about 5 minutes. They not fixed generators, just leave 90% fixed and then go for another generators is very unfair. Has to be SWF team.
Good. You don't get better from disconnecting. Learn from your mistakes and improve and you won't have to disconnect.
What is you big idea genius? Waste 20 minutes of life in taunts and teabag?
Because sitting there and waiting for the ending of DC penalty is so much better. Seriously, dude. Just GIT good.
Stop mocking me. What advice? Admit it, the game is impossible and you like to see post and comment get mocking me. I just asked to stop it. I know that all players feel the same. The DC penalty is the worst.
Don't DC forehead.
I am tired of this. I'm a DC every time I get chased first. Stop asking why people DC, that's why.
Toxic.
Try doing the escape trial without being hooked. If you get first chased 24/7 and at least I get chased for a long enough time so others can repair up to 3 to 4 gens. Also, I'm in rank 8 atmospheres so not many really care.
Just stop playing DBD in general if you hate being chased first. If not, then suffer from the DC penalty when it goes live.
Uninstall Toxic Kid or maybe learn to read. Disconnect penalty. Why is this even a thing? PPL will leave or kill themselves on hook if they don't want to play the round anyways. What it actually does, is forcing players to stick in rounds where the killer slugs you, and goes AFK. Yay! Gotta wait for the timer. Then you actually DC and get a timer for that as well. Congrats. The next killer wants to farm. Grats you need to farm because you can't leave. AFK killer? Yep. Have fun wanting 5 gens while rest of your group dance around the killer. Deaths, seriously. If people DC the match, maybe look into why and change that instead of putting a blocker on it.
No.
It was never needed in the first place. All the effort should have been on fixing the servers first. It's easier to just give a section what they want and then they'll complain about something else. People are still looking and suiciding, so nothing has changed. Guess they forgot to address the reasons people DC'd and just threw it in there anyway.